Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for Doctor Strange issue 9. And this was a pretty good kind of palette cleanser slash setting up issue. The main bulk of the setting up kind of comes at the end of the issue, and it kind of came out of nowhere, and I'm really excited where that's going to go. But the bulk of this issue just deals with Doctor Strange living on Bleecker Street. And we start off 10 years ago, and he's like talking to one of the people that he goes to their business and everything. He's like, railing against this one construction company that wants to build this kind of monstrosity and everything. And of course, we see little panels that are dealing with the things. And he's like, what, have you been out of town? And we see Doctor Strange dealing with a certain thing. And then we see a representative of the realty company coming up. He's like, oh yeah, what do you do? He's like, yeah, I'm a surgeon. Seeing him like remove this thing from this giant beast in another panel, and he's just like, listen, my house isn't for sale. Stop trying. He's like, oh, everything's got its price. He puts his foot in the door. He's like, oh, come in. And his house is like all different kinds of ways. The dude's falling in. These like demon hands are come out to offer him to. He's like, good. We don't have anything else to talk about, right? Right? He's like, huh? He's like freaking afraid. He lands out in this kind of like little alleyway, and his papers fall in his suitcase, and he just runs away. We fast forward to 5 years ago, and we see that he's dealing with one of his neighbor's grandkids, and he was like entertaining them with like a flying unicorn and electrified kind of blocks and everything, and it's really kind of cool. You don't really see Doctor Strange dealing with kids like that, and I just kind of like that little kind of just window into there where I wouldn't mind an issue devoted to where Strange doesn't really have to deal with any kind of magical thing. He just has to like babysit some kids and make sure that they survive his house. Now that I said it, hopefully it happens. I don't care, credit, all that kind of stuff. But it was just kind of cool seeing him just have that different kind of aspect of him. And while he's talking and with her and everything like that about what's everything's going on, and of course the older lady is trying to set him up with someone, they see these enforcer guys from essentially the changing of hands for that first realty company coming out of another business, and then we see a bomb go up, and he goes in, he's able to save the person, nothing was really injured, but he goes and he confronts the people that are part of the corporation, mainly the, not the head honcho, but the one that's kind of in charge. And it's like Aldrichian, like a conglomerate kind of stuff going on. It's like, oh, okay, that doesn't sound ominous and Lovecraftian at all, but they think that there's something really important that Doctor Strange is protecting in his house, which, given that he is the Sorcerer Supreme, is not that much of an assumption. There's probably multitudes of things within his house or around his house or property that he's like, kind of need to not do this. So he was able to reconstruct the bomb and was able to get the dude taken away. But he's like, hey, I'm not even the top guy. Wait until my bosses get on to you. And then it goes to 2 years, and there's like protesters and everything with like Satanism in the neighborhood and all that kind of stuff. And it's affecting all the other people too, because they've perfected a kind of media campaign while also taking on the softer targets of his neighbors to try and force him out. Sound tactics, but this is Doctor Strange you're dealing with here. And he goes there with his lawyer, which is like this demon kind of dude with all these faces and everything, and it scares the guys, and they have a retraction and everything, and everything's kind of kosher. We then are to now, and we see the Doctor in his new outfit, which I can't stress enough. I really love the design, and I love the art that we're getting in this one. That was the art that we got at the beginning of this run. I'm like, yes, it just does so much justice to what this new design does. I'm like, yeah, all right. I like switching up some kind of costumes for like refreshes just to get a different kind of overall look for certain heroes. And I'm like, yeah, all right. He then goes to the door because somebody's calling from the same conglomerate. He's like, all right, fine. And this time, he transforms into essentially not a complete tentacle monster, but a kind of fusion as if a squid got hulked. And he's convinced that there's like portals to hell and stuff like that underneath. And he's like, an idiot. I will protect this place because I like the people here. It's quirky and just cool and everything. And That's it. The house can go anywhere as he then teleports the house to the moon and blasts the dude outside as he then freezes to death and teleports away. And I'm like, that was cool. That was alright. We then get to the epilogue, and we get Doctor Strange is taking a nap pretty much in his chair, and we see flashes of the Ancient One. We see him when he had first approached the Ancient One. He's like, but your motives are still selfish. And he's like, you can still train here, though, and see how that goes. He's like, yes, Master. He then goes, and he's like, you completed your training. Now you can use it for mankind and everything. Yes. And we see that the Ancient One has moved on to another form of existence, and Stranger's like, teach me more. He's like, listen, I moved to another plane. You can't kind of follow me kind of thing. Stranger then wakes up, and we see that the Ancient One is before him. It's like, oh shit, that's important big things going on. And he goes, I've sensed this new terrible danger coming, and I was found wanting. Please teach me, Master, as he calls Strange Master. It's like, wow, that's a big kind of thing, and I can't wait to see what the fallout of this occurs to be and what storylines we're getting there next. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.